I, 22M, have been with my girlfriend, 22F, for 5 years. We've been together since high school, and until recently, I've always considered her to be my future wife. I even bought a ring and was planning on proposing over the coming months, but now I'm not so sure. Last weekend was my girlfriend's best friend's birthday. She and her friends booked a private lounge at a club, and I didn't go since I wasn't invited. I hate clubbing and things associated with that anyway, so I didn't really care. I was actually looking forward to spending an evening alone and just binging Netflix or something. Well, my girlfriend left around 9 p.m., and I just crashed on the couch and watched some YouTube. Around 11 p.m., I started to feel this distinct stomach pain, sort of like the same pain you experience when someone hits you in the forbidden lower half. It wasn't bad at first, and I just thought my body was playing some tricks on me, but in the span of about 5 minutes, the pain just kept getting worse and worse until I was basically stuck in the fetal position on the couch. Initially, I just thought the pain would go away, but then I took a look under my pants, and it felt like my right marble was starting to swell. The moment I tried to get up and grab my phone to inspect whatever the hell was happening to me, I just collapsed to the floor. That was probably the worst pain I've ever felt in my life. Imagine being pelted in the forbidden zone over and over again. It was like that, constantly. I did manage to crawl to the table next to the couch to get my phone, and I immediately tried calling my girlfriend, but she declined my call. I then texted her that something was wrong and she should come home immediately. The club she went to is like a 5-minute walk from our apartment, so I just put the phone down and started throwing up because of the pain. After throwing up for like a minute, it felt like the pain started to cool down a bit, and I grabbed my phone again, and that's when I saw her response. She just replied with, "What is it?" with the unamused face emoji. I tried calling her again, but as expected, she just declined again. I then texted her that I need to go to the hospital now. She then asked for what, and I just replied with my marbles hurt. I then just dialed emergency services. I explained my situation to the emergency responder, and she asked if there was somebody who could drive me to the hospital, and I stupidly said yes. I thought my girlfriend would be home soon, and she would drive me to the hospital. I felt embarrassed to call an ambulance because my marbles hurt. After I told the emergency responder this, she then told me that she would call me again in 10 minutes to make sure I was being driven to the hospital. I then put down the phone and went back to vomiting on our carpet. Again, after the pain went away for a bit, I checked my phone and saw that my girlfriend just responded with laughing emojis. I again tried to call her, but as expected, she just declined again. She texted me that this wasn't the time to play games, and she then told me that if I texted or called her again, she would block my number. I again tried calling her, but she declined again, and when I tried calling her a second time, I realized she had actually blocked me. I went back to curling up on the floor, and now I started shivering. At this point, I didn't care about being embarrassed and just called emergency services again and asked for an ambulance. It felt like an eternity, but the ambulance eventually came and rushed me to the hospital. I don't remember much of the surgery since I was sedated, but I remember waking up eventually, and my right marble was being stitched together. The doctor informed me that the cord next to my marbles was twisted, and I was extremely lucky to reach the hospital in time. I could have easily been forced to surgically remove my marble. I checked my phone and saw the missed calls and messages my girlfriend left me. In summary, she came home from clubbing and smelled the vomit in our apartment. When she saw the vomit on our carpet, she got mad and tried searching the apartment to find me. When she realized I wasn't there, only then did it hit her that I was actually being serious. I just texted her which hospital I was staying in and my room number, then went to sleep. I woke up the next morning and saw my girlfriend sleeping on a couch next to my bed. After she woke up, she started overwhelming me with apologies. She thought I was joking, that I was trying to ruin their night, etc. I didn't have the energy to argue, so I just kept quiet. I was beyond hurt by what she did, and I wanted to break up with her right then and there. Why would somebody ignore messages where their partner is begging them to come home? Not only that, she stayed in the club until 3 a.m. and didn't even consider going home to check on me. She did stay with me in the hospital for the remaining 2 days I was admitted there and did take good care of me, but I was still beyond pissed at her. Ever since coming home yesterday, I've been wanting to dump her, but at the same time, I feel like she genuinely thought I was joking and made a mistake. I feel conflicted and don't know how to proceed in this situation. Update 1. First of all, I just want to thank all of you for the amazing support. It's been quite overwhelming, to say the least. Before I get into the update, I would like to clear up some misconceptions brewing in the comment section of my last post. No, I have never pulled any malicious pranks on my girlfriend to get her to come home early from a night out or anything, nor do I have an issue with her going out as long as she doesn't come home at like 6 a.m. And no, I've never blown up her phone like that while she was out with friends. We usually go out together since we share the same friend groups. Here are mine and her messages from WhatsApp as it happened since people thought I just texted her my marbles hurt or something. First, she declined the 2 initial calls I made to her. Then I texted, her name, "Please come home, something is wrong." She texted back, "Can't talk right now, what is it?" with the unamused face emoji. I tried calling her again, she doesn't pick up. "I need to go to the hospital." What? Cue me frantically calling her 2 more times and her still not picking up. "My marbles really hurt, please come home now, something is wrong." She sends back 6 laughing face emojis. I tried calling her again twice after calling emergency services. "I swear, don't bother me again or I'm blocking you." Let me freaking enjoy my night out. I tried calling her again twice and got blocked. At this point, the pain was too bad to try anything with her anymore, and I just called an ambulance. Her next message after unblocking me at 2 a.m, "Op, why the hell is there vomit in the living room, and where the hell are you? Why is the front door unlocked if you left somewhere?" She then went into a full mental breakdown as she realized I was serious about going to the hospital and sent over 70 messages afterwards. Yes, it was stupid of me to expect her to drive me to the hospital since she was drinking, but again, in that type of pain, you don't think clearly. I think I needed her more for moral support, and I did it out of pure instinct. Not immediately calling an ambulance was also stupid of me. I was in a lot of pain, but stupidly at the time thought that whatever I was going through would eventually calm down, and driving to the hospital would be better than calling an ambulance. Also, in hindsight, being embarrassed about calling an ambulance over my marbles was definitely also really stupid. The amount of mental gymnastics some of you did in my comments to paint me as some sort of dweeb or emotionally needy person for bothering my girlfriend was truly mind-blowing to me. I promise you if my girlfriend was in my position and I ignored her, none of you would be defending me. Now for the update. Thank you to all those who wished me a speedy recovery. I'm doing much better now. Not being able to go to work for the next 3 weeks is definitely a bummer though. I work for my dad's construction company, and my job requires lifting a lot of heavy weights. I'm also prohibited from having any bedroom intimacy for the next 2 to 3 weeks as well. I might have also developed some trauma due to the pain, and I randomly get the same sensation again, and I get super anxious until it goes away. As for me and my girlfriend, it's complicated. As so many of you and my mom told me, 5 years is definitely a long time to throw away without having a proper conversation with her. So I did just that. I told her how hurt I felt by everything and mentioned the following points: her ignoring my messages and declining my calls. Yes, clubs are loud, but where I'm from, there are areas where you can definitely have a conversation over the phone, blocking me after I tried calling her not checking on me once, even though the club she went to is only a 5-minute walk from our apartment, and her being angry about the vomit instead of being concerned. After hearing all that, she got defensive and told me that I could have conveyed my situation better and that she genuinely thought I was joking. She was drunk and wasn't thinking clearly. She also told me that it couldn't have been that painful and I was over-exaggerating. I then told her yes, I could have phrased my messages better, and I apologized for that, but I described the pain I was in and told her that I barely had the strength to text her, let alone send her a detailed description of what was happening to me, and definitely couldn't think straight throughout everything. After hearing what I said, she started crying and apologizing for what she did. She told me if she knew how serious it was, we wouldn't have been having this conversation. She then also apologized for her being mad over the vomit. According to her, she was drunk and tired and was just expressing frustration. I then asked her why she thought I was joking and if she was cheating on me, because this was seriously out of character for her, hence why I immediately trusted her with this. She started crying harder, and she looked like I just slapped her in the face. She told me that she just thought I was being insecure about her being in the club with a bunch of guys, and no, she wasn't cheating on me and would never do something like that. We then hugged for a solid 10 minutes after that. The next part was really hard for me, but I told her I need some space to gather my thoughts and told her she needs to stay with her parents for the time being. She immediately started having a mental breakdown and asked if I was breaking up with her. I told her I wasn't sure and needed time to see if I still trusted her after all of this, and what she did was beyond disrespectful. How could I trust someone with my life after they pulled something like this? I then told her that we are young and this mess was mostly caused by our immaturity. This entire situation was an important life lesson for the both of us regardless of if we stayed together. After begging a bit more, she then put her head down and started packing a few essentials. Before leaving, she told me she would be willing to do anything to make up for this and that I could take as much time as I needed. She then gave me a big kiss and left. That was 2 days ago, and this is where we currently stand. I still give her updates on my healing, but besides that, we don't contact each other. I'm really torn right now. I still don't have that trust in her, but her owning up to her mistake shows that she knows she messed up and is remorseful. This is definitely something out of the ordinary for her, but there will have to be major boundaries and new rules set. I can think of the following. 1. If she blocks me again for whatever reason, she's blocking herself from ever seeing me again. 2. Ignoring my messages will not be tolerated anymore. 3. If she goes out alone again, she has to pick up if I call regardless of the situation. 4. As many of you suggested, having an emergency code like hospital or something would probably have to be implemented. I'm not going to abuse any of these boundaries, but I just want peace of mind knowing that my partner has my best interest at heart even when she is physically not around me, but I don't know. Again, I just want to thank you guys for everything, and this whole experience was definitely an eye-opener for me. Op in the comments. I can't trust her in a situation where I am seriously ill, and that's my biggest concern out of everything. We have been best friends for 12 years, together for 5, and I love her dearly. As it stands now, it's really unlikely that I will get back together with her.